open or galactic star cluster is a group of up to a few thousand stars formed together from a giant nebula. The stars in an open star cluster are bound together loosely by the force of gravity. The most prominent open clusters, such as the Pleiades, have been known and recognized as groups of stars from biblical times.
He alone stretches out the heavens and treads on the waves of the sea. He is the maker of the Bear and Orion, the Pleiades, and the constellations of the south. He performs wonders that cannot be fathomed, miracles that cannot be counted.
The Pleiades star cluster contains over 1,000 stars loosely bound together by gravity, and historically has been referred to as the Seven Sisters. The Pleiades star cluster lies at a distance of 440 light-years from us, and its brightest stars are surrounded by a blue reflection nebula. More than 1,100 open star clusters have been discovered within our own Milky Way galaxy, and more are thought to exist. Globular star clusters are spherical groups of stars bound together tightly by gravity. These star clusters can contain 100,000 to 1,000,000 stars. Globular clusters can be very large, reaching up to 300 light-years in diameter. The average distance between stars in a globular cluster is about 1 light-year. Stars in the centers of globular clusters may be 1/3 to 1/2 light-years apart. Imagine yourself on a world where the sky is always ablaze with the sight of 1,000 stars as bright as the full moon. Such would be the view in the crowded confines at the heart of a globular star cluster. If you were standing on a planet orbiting a star inside a globular cluster, your night sky would be extremely crowded with bright nearby stars. If our sun were a member of a globular cluster, everything on Earth would cast dozens of shadows, and there wouldn't be any real night because the stars near the core of a cluster are so tightly packed.
By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, their starry hosts by the breath of his mouth.
The word nebula comes from a Latin word meaning cloud. A nebula is a cloud of dust and gas found in interstellar space inside our galaxy. These nebulas contain the basic elements from which stars and planets may form. Nebulas are some of the most colorful objects in the universe, containing swirling gases of various colors. The colors seen are the result of different types of gases and materials present in the nebula. These clouds of gas and materials are some of the largest structures found in a galaxy, stretching from tens to hundreds of light years in size. An emission nebula is one in which gases are heated to high temperatures by a star in or nearby the nebula, energizing the cloud with ultraviolet radiation, causing the nebula to glow. These emission nebulas glow red or pink from the large amounts of hydrogen found in them. Blues and greens can be produced by the atoms of other elements. The Orion Nebula, designated M42, is an example of an emission nebula where dense regions of gas and dust are the sites of young, massive star formation as gravity collapses the nebulosity into suns. A reflection nebula is different from an emission nebula in that it does not emit radiation of its own. The dust and gas in the nebula reflects the light from a nearby star or group of stars, tending to give them a blue color due to the way light is scattered, blue being scattered more efficiently. A dark nebula is a cloud of gas and dust that obscures the light from objects behind it. They are composed of the same materials which make up an emission nebula, but light from nearby stars is not sufficiently energetic to cause the gases in a dark nebula to glow. The Horsehead Nebula, found just on the edge of the belt of Orion, is a famous example of a dark nebula. Surrounding the dark nebula are bright emission and reflection nebulas, with the flame nebula on the left of the image and a reflection nebula on the bottom of the image.
Great are the works of the Lord. They are pondered by all who delight in them. Glorious and majestic are his deeds, and his righteousness endures forever. He has caused his wonders to be remembered. The Lord is gracious and compassionate. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for his name alone is exalted. His splendor is above the earth and the heavens.